press freedom groups are raising alarms after journalists were struck with batons and arrested while covering an immigration protest in Los Angeles on August 8. In a complaint filed August 13, the First Amendment Coalition, along with attorneys for the Los Angeles Press Club and independent outlet Status Coup, accused the city and its police department of showing blatant disregard for the First Amendment and for a federal restraining order issued just weeks earlier. That order, extended in July, prohibits the LAPD from obstructing or assaulting journalists, barring them from restricted areas, or arresting them under curfew or dispersal orders when they are engaged in gathering news. According to the complaint, the August 8 protest was peaceful until around 9 p.m., when LAPD officers formed a line and began advancing toward the group. Without a formal warning or dispersal order, officers shouted "Move back" while shoving people and striking them with batons. Press organizations argue this left no safe space for reporters to do their jobs. Several journalists attempted to assert their right to remain, but officers either ignored them or dismissed their requests. Freelance journalist Beckner-Carmitchel, who had previously been injured while covering another protest in June, asked to speak with a supervisor. Instead, he was shoved and struck in the ribs with a baton, leaving him bruised. When he again requested a supervisor, the only response came from an officer who told him, "That's not important right now." The complaint details further injuries. Photojournalist Nicholas Stern was struck in the face, while independent journalist Tina Berg was hit so forcefully with a baton that her finger was split open. After a dispersal order was eventually issued, about 20 protesters and reporters were detained. Officers zip-tied their hands and held them against a wall for more than an hour. Most were released at the scene, but two, Nate Gowdy and Carrie Schreck, were transported to a downtown jail before later being released. The filing asks the court to hold the city and police department in contempt and to amend its earlier order to explicitly prohibit the use of batons and other forms of force against journalists. Advocates argue the incidents demonstrate the urgent need for stronger protections to ensure press freedoms are respected during public demonstrations. This case follows a broader pattern of legal challenges. In June, press and civil liberties organizations filed suit against the Department of Homeland Security and its secretary, Kristi Noem, over what they described as unconstitutional federal actions targeting journalists in Los Angeles. The latest contempt motion underscores ongoing tension between law enforcement and the press, raising questions about accountability, oversight, and the right to report freely on matters of public concern. A preliminary injunction hearing in the case is scheduled for August 20.